Welcome to Classic Countdown Conversations. This is Daniel Cardiff, and I am here with...
Lindsay Osterday.
Hello, Lindsay.
Hello.
It's good to have you back.
Thank you. It's
so
good to
soon.
be back. Yeah.
So the reason why Lindsay's on today's episode is because last time Lindsay and I did an episode together, we did Christmas songs. And Philip just recently went back and listened to it, and he realized that we left out one of the most important Christmas songs. Somehow. We somehow missed this song.
There's a lot of songs, though.
There are a lot. But we accidentally left out I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Classic.
And we're sorry about that. But Philip stormed out in a rage earlier today. And I was like, well... today's about music again, so I'll call up Lindsay and we'll do it together. Lindsay, what is today's episode about?
We are going to share our top 10 favorite musicals.
So I think it's been a while since we've done a list like this, but Lindsay's doing a list and I'm doing a separate list. So we're going back to basics. So we will let the music, the theme song take place here, and then we will be back with you in a moment. Welcome back. I hope that you stuck with us through the theme song. So, Lindsay.
Yes.
Give a little background into you and I and our love for musicals.
Okay. Well, we both went to Ridgeville Christian School growing up. Well, until it shut down.
Yeah.
And
Till Dayton Christian shut it down.
Awkward.
But don't say any musicals that we did there because it might pop up later on in the list. So
okay.
Don't
I won't
nothing.
spoil anything. But Daniel was in a couple musicals there, and I was in probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And so my love for musicals started when I was in 5th grade, and and Daniel kind of just followed. And then we joined a homeschool drama group.
Yes.
Once our school shut down and we became homeschooled. And
I thought you were just saying we became homeless.
well, kind of. And that's how we dressed.
Yeah.
And so we started up with that group, and we've actually been a part of it ever since because we are still helping out. Yeah. We're helping direct and co-direct and
musicals are a big part of our life.
Yes.
We didn't really go over this beforehand, but I think criteria for musicals should be how much impact the music has on the story and how it uses music to tell the story.
And how much impact it has on your life.
Yes, for sure. And again, usually when Lindsay and I are going to do a list, it's going to be mostly personal preference. But yeah, I think at least my picks, I really try to focus in on the songs and how they help tell the story. But I do have a couple honorable mentions before we get started. For the record, I think at least me on my list, I'm doing more so just straight up musicals. Like you and I were in A Christmas Carol. It was a musical, but I don't really think of a musical when I think of A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
So I'm going more so for just straight up musicals.
Okay.
But I have a few honorable mentions here. I have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Les Mis.
Did you ever watch that? The movie?
I've heard the music and I like it a lot.
Oh, okay.
West Side Story. The Producers, which is an old Gene Wilder. I showed Lindsay and Philip a clip of that a couple weeks ago of the Springtime for Hitler song.
Oh gosh.
And this one's for my girlfriend, La La Land. It is good. It's good. That's all I'll say about it. The ending, the last 10 minutes is great. And then pretty much anything classic Disney, any of the animated Disney stuff.
Yes.
I felt like we could do a whole nother list on that.
Yeah.
So I left those off of my list. Okay. And then I'm gonna give Mary Poppins its own little shout out, just because I don't really think of that as like a Disney musical, which is weird. I probably because it's live action.
Yeah.
And then I have one dishonorable mention.
Yes.
And that's Wicked.
Daniel.
Wicked sucks. I hate it with all my heart.
Wicked is wicked and evil.
Yeah. To the depths with it.
Okay. I have never seen Wicked or heard any of the music.
Neither have I.
Or anything. Daniel, how can it be a dishonorable mention?
It's overhyped and I hate it.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to get so much bad feedback on this one.
Give a rip. All right. Okay. Do you have a couple or honorables or whatever?
I have one honorable mention.
What is that?
That is A Muppet's Christmas Carol. Because I love that movie so much.
It is pretty great.
My dishonorable mentions.
Pretty much anything Muppet, I think.
Yeah.
Honorable,
yeah. Like Muppets in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. Muppets from Outer Space. Oh my word.
Even though I don't think that's a musical.
I don't think it is either.
It still belongs on the list.
Every list. It belongs on every list. My dishonorable: High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, and High School Musical 3.
There we go.
Dishonored.
The trifecta
forever.
of bad musicals.
And my stage littles that I direct, they were all like, let's do High School Musical next year. Like, this was like a couple years ago.
Anna wanted to do it.
No, never. I'm like, that, okay, she would do that over, well, I won't say, because we're going to talk about it later, but that is just a disgrace to the stage lefter's name. So, anyways.
Hey, Anna, if you're listening. Give you a little shout out there.
Should we jump into our list?
Yeah, I think so. Do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sister.
So my number 10, we're counting back, right?
Yes, 10. Yeah.
So my number 10 is called Daddy Long Legs.
Oh.
And
you're right. I have never heard of this.
Yeah, I didn't think that you would. I should actually preface that my musicals that I'm going to talk about are basically movie musicals.
Okay.
So I don't really care to stick to the criteria. I just do my own thing. I'm a guest star,
okay,
so
that's fine. What is Daddy Longlegs about?
So Daddy Longlegs has Fred Astaire in it, so it's going to be good because there's going to be a lot of tap dancing. And he basically is like a billionaire, and he falls in love with an orphan girl who's like 18, so she's of age. Okay, it's not creepy.
It's like Annie?
I guess kind of, but not like Annie.
Because Daddy Warbucks falls in love with Annie?
Okay, let's not. So anyways, he starts like sponsoring her to be able to like pay for her to get an education.
Okay.
So ends up falling in love with her, and they end up together in the end and everything.
Okay.
But it has really good music.
What kind of music?
It's like old style. I mean, some obviously tap, and like I said, I've actually only seen the movie once. Okay. But it made a very big impression on me.
Okay, cool.
And I was going to say something else about it, and now I can't remember. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to move on.
If you think of it, you can interrupt
you.
You can. My number 10, and this was like a last second addition because it's 2011's The Muppets.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that's why I didn't mention Muppets during my dishonorable mentions because I have this
dishonorable.
On here. I'm sorry. My honorable mentions. I was listening. That's what I listened to on the way up here, and it's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
And I think people kind of overlook it. I love it because it kind of is like taking shots at musicals.
Yeah,
like it's kind of making fun of
yeah.
the formula, but it's also making a really good musical while it's doing it.
Right.
And they have some original songs. They cover "We Built This City."
Right.
They cover "Forget You." The Chickens sing "Forget You" by CeeLo Green. And then they have like "I Just Can't Wipe the Smile Off My Face," "Rainbow Connection." It won an Oscar for Man or Muppet. Like it won Best Original Song of the year.
Oh my gosh!
So of course
it is a very catchy tune.
It is. I was laughing on the way up here. So yeah, that's my number 10 is the Muppets.
Okay, I'm down with that.
I love it.
That's good. It's a good one.
It's one of the newer ones on the list, but you know what? I like it, so it's on my list of top 10s.
Yes, I don't think anyone's gonna get mad at you or angry about it. So I remembered what I was gonna say. So what I was gonna say is, for my musicals, the other huge factor in why I chose what I did is also the choreography.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
for sure.
the dances. I'm not a great dancer. I wish that I could dance better. So I always like dream that I can dance like the people.
They can.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, what's your number 9?
So this is probably really gonna surprise you, but my number 9 is Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you seen that yet?
I have not seen Mary Poppins Returns. So it's a straight up musical?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right.
And the reason, like, it's really good because it actually, in my opinion, really reflects the music from the original movie.
Okay.
Like, I just think they did a great job at making it sound super, like, not like the same, obviously, as Mary Poppins, but it just goes hand in hand really, really well with the first one. And, I mean, you're up against Julie Andrews, okay? But...
which is difficult.
But, what's her name again?
Julie Andrews?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, thank you. She did a phenomenal job in that movie.
She's a good actress.
She did really, really well. So I was very impressed. And I just loved, like, the music was really, really good. And, of course, the dancing and choreography. So that's my number 9.
Okay. I like it. I like our list so far. They're not
your typical.
They're not typical.
Yeah.
My number 9 is probably gonna surprise you, Lindsay. It's A Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've seen it once. I think I saw it like freshman year of high school.
Okay.
That was back when like I really started watching as many movies as I could.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And I had heard about Little Shop of Horrors through somewhere. I was like, oh, I'll watch that. And it's really good.
What is it about? I don't even know.
It's it's hard to explain. He grows plants.
Okay.
And there's like this giant like Venus flytrap thing. The Venus flytrap sounds like Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, which is another really good musical.
That's true.
I'll go ahead and add that to my honorable mentions. And it's a lot of like chorus, or it kind of sounds like old gospel music. Like the
interesting
sound of the music does.
Okay.
It's Rick Moranis, the guy from what would you know him from? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, okay.
He's in like Spaceballs and stuff like that.
Okay.
So he's the main character. And he ends up like feeding, if I'm remembering right, it's like the girl he likes, she's either engaged or likes another guy, and he ends up like feeding the guy to the Venus flytrap. Like, so it becomes kind of that type of story.
A horror movie?
Yeah, it's A Little Shop of Horrors.
That's funny.
It's really good. And I was listening to music the other day just because I wanted to refresh my memory, and it's really good music. I like it a lot.
Cool.
So that's my number 9.
I'll have to watch that one. My number 8 is Guys and Dolls.
I
guessed
that
it.
earlier.
I didn't want to give it away.
We try to keep our lists hidden from each other beforehand.
Yeah.
So, but I guessed that would be on hers.
But you guessed it'd be number 10, and you were wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, tell me about Guys and Dolls because I don't know anything about it.
Okay, Guys and Dolls. So it has Frank Sinatra in it.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Moving on. I'm just kidding. So I love the music, love the dancing, love Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
The story, it kind of has two love stories going on at the same time. With
Frank Sinatra?
No, with two different couples.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's basically
Frank.
It's basically like Frank Sinatra is like a bad gambler. It's all about the crap game. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
And so he loves this one girl, Adelaide, I think is her name. And she obviously loves him. She's like a showgirl, but she can't get him to stop gambling and spending all his money and all this stuff. But it's happy ending. They get married at the end.
Okay.
And,
Lindsay likes the happy endings.
I do.
I like the depressing endings.
Yeah, because you're a freak. So that's my number 8.
Okay. Guys and
Dolls.
Guys and Dolls. I think Anna was talking about that the other day. I asked Anna, I was like, hey, what are your top 10 musicals? Just kind of get another opinion.
Yeah.
I think she may have mentioned that. I don't remember. But my number 8, I love this musical, but it is a little new to be any higher on my list. I was going to have it number 10, but it actually crept up a little bit. That's The Greatest Showman.
What?
We played the beginning of it to start our episode off. That's my number 8. I couldn't in good conscience put it over some of the other ones on my list, just because it is so new. Over time, it might build that respectability. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like a rookie. That'd be like a rookie coming in on like veterans and like winning. I don't know. I don't think it's fair. But anyways, I'm assuming we'll probably talk about this a little more later on. But great. I love Hugh Jackman. Obviously, Les Mis was in my honorable mentions. Really great visually. Like, I love the cinematography. It's kind of weird. I like 85% of the cinematography in this movie. There's like a couple scenes where I was like, is this shot by someone else? I don't know. It didn't seem like the same visual storytelling. But great look to the movie and really fun choreography, really fun songs. And I think if you're going to set musicals in a certain era or a certain location, that location needs to be used a lot in the music and a lot in the story. And most of the songs in this use their locations to like the best of their abilities. Yeah. So like there's the song where Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron are singing in the bar. Yeah. And they're using like the clicks of the glass on the bar as like beats of the music and stuff like that. Really that really stands out to me as like, oh, they really thought through like where this was going to take place, why it's taking place here. There's like motivation, or not motivation, but there's purpose behind the scenes. That's cool. So I really I love this musical a lot.
Yes. Too freaking shay.
So that's my number 8.
My number 7 is Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay.
Disney's Mary Poppins.
You have 2 Mary Poppins.
Yes, I do.
All up in here.
Which is saying something because I've been in a lot of musicals and I love musicals. So they really wowed me. Obviously, Julie Andrews. I just can't. It's just, she's the best. So, but again, Mary Poppins just has a fun, lighthearted. I mean, some of it's a little sad, but for the most part, it's fun. It's lighthearted and it ends
nicely.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Step in Time is my favorite.
Yes, it's so good.
That might be one of my favorite musical numbers ever.
Oh yeah,
I love Step in Time.
It is so well done.
Yeah,
and
that was the most fun song I ever did. Being in musicals.
Yeah.
When we did Mary Poppins, Step in Time was probably the highlight of my entire
I remember
career.
getting chills when you guys were doing the tap part. I was just like, oh my gosh, how is this
That was
happening?
Awesome. It was awesome.
It was so good. So that's my 7.
Okay. So my 7, this this is part of the reason why I decided to make us have separate lists. Lindsay and I were going to do a combined top 10, and then I had a few on my list that I could tell she wasn't too hot about. So my number 7 is Hello Dolly. I see Lindsay just gave me a blank stare. She gave me no reaction. I love Hello Dolly. I think I do have some nostalgia wrapped up in Hello Dolly.
Yeah.
But the thing about this show is that I love every single character in it.
Okay.
And there's like I don't know. A character of a lady that meddles bugs me, but I love the way that Dolly like has this whole.
She's funny about it.
Well, and she just has like everything planned out.
Yeah.
To the second.
She's conniving.
But I love the music in this. I love I guess it's Put On Your Sunday Clothes is the one that starts out where he's like out there.
Yeah, I think so.
Barnaby. There's a slick town bar. That song?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
pretty sure.
I think that's Put On Your Sunday Clothes.
Yeah.
I love that. Every time I hear that, the beginning of that song makes me like really happy. But yeah, I think Hello Dolly deserves to be, even if it's not like one of the greatest, it does deserve to be up there amongst the best. I'm sorry, I totally misspoke. Even though I don't think like it personally, I might like some other ones more. I think it deserves to be up there amongst the greatest of all time. That's what I meant to say.
I can respect that.
So that, yep, your turn.
I mean, I was in Hello Dolly, and it was definitely very fun when I was in it, but you were
Ermengarde.
Yes. I just don't think that I love the music. And I think if I don't love the music, like that, obviously, I mean, it's a musical, so you gotta like the music, but...
See, I think that's the difference. I do love the music.
Yeah. It just doesn't, I don't feel like, I want to be a part of that, you know?
Right.
Like I do with other musicals, so... What are we on, number 6?
Yeah.
My number 6 is The Greatest Showman.
Oh, that's actually higher than I thought.
I know. So...
It's the first one that has overlapped between our lists.
Oh, wow, that's true. I didn't think about that. Well, we have more.
Yeah, for sure.
So I love The Greatest Showman so much. I'm like a fangirl over The Greatest Showman.
What do you like about it?
Everything.
There's nothing you don't like?
I mean, the only thing I don't like is that the Jenny Lind lady. Like how there's like that weird thing with her.
I don't mean to take away from your time talking about it. I think it would benefit from 2 to 3 more scenes.
Okay,
I think
what scenes though?
It's so fast paced.
Yeah.
So I get the running time. But I think Zac Efron and Zendaya's relationship is rushed a little too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Not the second half of the relationship, them falling for each other.
Yeah.
And then I think there should have been 1 or 2 more scenes with that.
Yeah.
And then I think there needs to be 1 or 2 more scenes after Hugh Jackman's wife leaves him.
For him to like realize like what am I doing?
And I understand that last song was it Come Home or
From
Now On. Why Come Alive? I was thinking of one of their From Now On, I understand that's him kind of realizing that he lost his way.
Yeah, right.
But I think there's so little time between when she leaves him and when he gets her back. It's almost like there's not time for you to really see the consequences of what he did.
I think though it's supposed to be over a longer period of time.
It is.
Like it implies that.
Yeah, I just wish there was maybe like 7 to 8 more minutes. That movie would really like. It was almost a home run, but it hit that very edge of the light post and fell back into the stadium.
I don't agree, but that's okay. We can disagree on it.
For sure.
The reason, there's not one song that I don't like in
for
that.
sure, yeah.
There's not one song, and I don't know that that's really. There's always like, that's kind of like a down song in the middle of the show. It's like the lullaby or whatever.
Yeah. And the down song in this one is like one of the best songs. It's the "This Is Me." That would be
so
that.
Good.
That would be that song.
Yeah.
Maybe the tightrope song, but that's good too.
Yeah, it's like it's all. Oh yeah. It's all so good. I don't know. I just all the choreography and like sometimes I like look up the videos and try to teach myself the choreography. And I also listen to the Greatest Showman track when I'm cleaning my house.
Oh yeah, no, I listen to it.
I can dance and clean and mop the floors. And it's fun. You know, cleaning your house can be fun.
It is upbeat.
It's
like
so good.
It's probably one of the more upbeat ones on either one of our lists. I
love it.
It's great.
I would have. Well, I just didn't feel right about putting it higher.
Really?
It was actually like number 5 and number 6 for me. I could have probably switched easily.
Okay.
But
right.
anyways, so what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
Yes. Now here's the thing. I've never seen this like in real life.
Oh, okay.
I actually really like the movie. The
movie's so good.
2004 movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Gerard Butler.
He's so good.
So, like, do you know about why they?
So believable.
Do you know why they cast him? Like everyone else in that movie is like.
Well, he can't really sing very well.
Well, that's why. So everyone else in that movie is like very professionally trained in stage production.
Yeah.
But not him. And they were like, we want him to have more of a rugged sound and look about him, and not be like this pitch perfect.
That's funny though, because he's her teacher.
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
He teaches her how to sing. That's really interesting.
But he does great in it though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he's fantastic.
Like his acting could not have been better.
Gerard Butler is probably one of the most underrated actors. I think.
Would agree. I haven't seen him in anything else. I don't think
he's like the main guy in 300.
I never saw that.
Yeah, so I mean I always have to use movies that Lindsay would know, so I apologize for mentioning
like
some of these movies. He was in Nim's Island.
Oh,
he's her dad.
Okay.
I've
only seen it like once.
Yeah, I don't even remember what happens in that movie.
I don't
either. I like that because it's dark. I like when they like treat him bad and
why?
I don't no, like it's engaging. I don't like sit there with a big smile on my face, but like it engages me. He's an engaging character, and then in the end when Raoul, it's something like that. When he goes to her grave and there's a rose on it.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, he's still out there.
Yeah,
that always gives me chills.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but like when I was younger, I was always like, oh. I would I'd go into like shock and start like convulsing on the ground.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movie in a while because it makes me. I mean, I just sit there and cry.
It's a heavy
because
one.
then at the credits, it's like this song that's like, "Learn to be lonely." I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to.
That's awesome. But yeah, that's my number 6. And I like the. I don't know. He's a cool character. I like him. Yeah. He's probably the reason why I even have this on my list is because I like him as a character. But yeah. Yep.
Okay. My number 5, you'll make fun of me, Daniel.
Okay.
Is Beauty and the Beast.
No, I like Beauty and the Beast.
It's a Disney one, so
I love Beauty
wouldn't
and
have
the
made it to Daniel's list, but it is on my list because I love Disney.
Yeah.
But I love Beauty and the Beast. We saw it. Me, Mom, and Lauren saw it at Lockamedia.
Oh, you
did? For
did?
Lauren's birthday. That was like a year or 2 ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was incredible.
Okay.
Like one of the best shows that I've ever seen at Lockamedia. And all the music is really good. I love the music. I love the story is like really a really sweet story. And it ends happy, which of course is all I need. So yeah, that's my number 5.
So the thing about Beauty and the Beast is I actually saw the live action first, I believe. I went my whole life without watching the classic. And then it was on the way back from camp. Remember when the bus was the AC was broken? And Clay Geyser was like, we were watching it on his phone, but it was obviously too loud to listen. So he had subtitles on and he was like narrating it to me, the live action one.
That's awesome.
And then I was house sitting for you and Philip one time. And that was when I watched the animated one for the first time.
The animated one is really good.
Yeah, it is. Again, I think it suffers a little bit from pacing.
It moves
issues.
fast, but
yeah, no, I think good story.
Yeah,
I love Ewan McGregor, so I do like that part of the live action one.
Who's that?
He's the Candlestick. He's a young Obi-Wan.
Oh, weird. Okay.
He's in Christopher Robin.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I thought you guys saw it.
Well, we have the DVD. We haven't watched it.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now.
We're just having like a brother-sister conversation.
What
we forget you guys are here. Sorry.
Was that your number 5?
That was my number 5.
Okay. My number 5, another sad and depressing one, is Fiddler on the Roof. That little like it's very somber, very somber all the way through. Like there's almost not a whole lot of levity to it, like ever.
Like he just has a hard life.
Yeah, I do. One of my favorite lines, maybe ever in any movie or in any show, is when he's talking to God and he's like, whenever you get bored, this paraphrasing, but he's like, whenever you're bored up there in heaven, I think you say to yourself, what kind of mischief can I play on my friend Tevi? Which is
not true.
I like quote that in my mind all the time.
That's not what God does.
But really, like, even though it's somber, like, I think it's a good story, and I think a lot of people should, like, see it and know about it.
Yeah.
I love the music, the bar scene.
The bar sce's really good.
It's really fun.
Okay, I don't think it's a bar scene. I think they're like at a wedding, right?
Well, that scene's fun too. No, when he and the butcher, when the butcher asks him for,
I don't remember that one. Okay.
To life. It's like to life.
Oh,
to
yeah,
life.
yeah. Okay.
Tradition is a fun song as well. And then I don't remember how they do this in the movie, but I know when we did it as a show, there's the part where the third daughter is trying to decide between Fiedka, who I played, and then the fiddler is playing on one side and I'm on the other.
Oh.
And she's kind of like dancing with the fiddler.
Oh,
and then Fiedka walks in on the stage and like holds out his hand.
Oh, and
then she chooses me.
Yeah.
And then, but they reconcile at the end. It's all right. It's okay. It's an all right ending.
Yeah.
Even though they have to leave their house and their home.
And they're homeless and they're just
but then,
traveling.
Like, right before they leave,
who knows where.
Right before they leave, Tevye looks over and he sees the fiddler. And he kind of like tells the fiddler to come on with them.
Yeah.
And because the fiddler is kind of supposed to be like symbolic of tradition, of their lively, of their home.
Who they are.
Yeah. So like good little, good imagery at the end of that show. So yeah, I like Fiddler on the Roof a lot.
Okay.
I don't think it's on your list.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much. Are we at number 4?
Yeah.
So my number 4 is Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, there we go.
So obviously we already spent plenty of time talking about that.
Talk about what you like about it.
Music, I sing it to myself in the car. Although many of the notes I can't hit, I usually have to sing whatever the Phantom is singing.
Oh, really? Did she go high?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
You can ask Philip. I've probably broken his eardrums a few times. Man. But I use it like to warm up my voice sometimes, actually.
Oh, okay. But her name's Christine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I really like the music. I love the story. Love the Phantom.
Remind me how it starts. How does the story... Where are we dropped in at?
They're in the opera house at the very beginning, like years later.
Okay.
And like the chandelier's up there, and they're like bidding, or they're auctioning off a bunch of stuff from the opera house. Yeah. And then right from there, it kind of like takes you back in time.
I see. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So it's a great show, and me and Philip did see this show live.
That's what I thought.
We got free tickets
last year, right?
Yeah, it was last year, and it was really good. And they like dropped where was it at? The Schuster. It was at the Schuster.
Okay.
And they like dropped the chandelier and everything.
Really?
Like it just like it dropped and obviously like caught before it fell, but stuff like had flown off. Like
really?
Yeah.
That's
like
awesome.
I'm pretty, it was like just dust or like little tiny something. I don't know.
That's cool.
But it was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a great show. Showy. That's my number 4.
Okay. My number 4. Classic. Wait, that was your number 4?
Yeah.
Oh, then I think... Well, hold on. I'll get to that in a second. My number 4 is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This is one of the more fun ones on my list because it's incredibly sexist. But I think they did it in a way that like they did it in a way to where every girl I've ever like heard talk about this like thinks it's funny as well.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of so over the top that you kind of know it's as a joke. But like it's such a, I love musicals because they're very unique stories told.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you probably wouldn't see this in just a regular movie or regular show where it's just like 7 brothers and all their names start with that letter of the alphabet. Like it's Adam, Benjamin, Caleb, Daniel, I forget the E name, Frank for frankincense, and Gideon. They're all biblical names. They make a joke. They're like, I don't remember there being an F name in the Bible. Like, his name's Frank for frankincense. So they're like making fun of him. All the guys are like, they just beat up on each other. And like all these girls are real like,
dainty.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once at Lock and Media.
Yeah, we went to see it together.
It that well.
But it's good. And I like the way that this story pans out. It's not your typical like 7 women just wander up to a cabin. There's 7 men up there. It's like the first one goes up first, meets Adam. Okay. She kind of meets the brothers and becomes like all their girl. I mean, she obviously loves Adam, but she like cooks and cleans for all of them.
Okay.
And then the rest of the girls go up and looking for her and stuff like that. So it's a nice little like.
Oh, because they capture them.
Yeah. Okay. Essentially.
Okay.
And then like their suitors come up.
Oh yeah,
and they like there's like a dance scene where the 7 guys.
They're dueling.
Yeah,
okay.
It's kind of more upbeat
one.
and fun. And then Lindsay has a happy ending. They all 7 couples get married at the end.
Good.
But yeah, you're under your number 3, and I think actually all of our number 3s are gonna. 3, 2, 1 are gonna line up with one another.
So should we just like one by one say them together at the same time?
Yes. Well, no. Let's just do it one at a time. Yes, and then yes. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Sound of Music. All right. Cool. Yeah. So why you talk about Sound of Music?
Julie Andrews.
Okay.
But also, I love the story, and it's based on a true story, which makes it even cooler.
Vaguely,
I watched the behind the scenes, because I'm a weirdo. But and like the story was pretty much the only thing that was different was that I think Maria and the captain were way farther apart in age than in the movie.
And I don't think the genders of the kids are right either. I think.
I don't know about that.
I don't think it's 5 girls and 2 boys. I think it's like.
Okay.
I don't know.
Different than that.
Yeah.
But like it's just fun. Like it's a fun musical.
It has some ups and downs too. Yeah, for sure.
Like it's a very diverse musical.
Yeah.
She's a super fun character just to watch.
Right,
she has a beautiful voice, and so she's very like she just blows you away.
Yeah.
I mean, she plays the character super well.
This is probably the musical that you and I got to interact with each other the most in.
Yeah. So I played Maria my senior year in high school.
Yeah, and I played Kurt. So we spent a lot of time together. Yeah. What was that? 2011, 2010 into 2011.
Yep.
Yeah, really good. I like the ending of the show more than the movie. I like that Ralph goes with the family.
Oh,
I don't like it at the end of the movie how he turns
him in.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like a little deuce pot.
Yeah. But really good. I think you said it, really good story.
Yeah.
A good character arc for the captain.
Yeah. And it's cool to watch him over the course of the movie and story soften more and more. Exactly. And he's actually a very believable character because a father, I mean, he probably would have been like really strict
for
like
sure,
that.
Yeah.
But then having her like sweet spirit and like fun personality coming in.
And if he actually fell in love with her, then that would start to bleed into his personality as well. I just wish that it also did the other way where she became more stern.
No. No.
Not that they would have flip-flopped, but just that, like, both personalities would
she kind of does. She tells him, you go to bed, you gotta do this.
You gotta be stern to do that.
Okay.
And I think of this is probably the most classic musical ever, I'd say. This is probably the most iconic.
Yeah.
But number 3 is a good spot.
Because, the turning when she's up on the mountain, like, that's just a classic picture.
That's probably one of the most famous shots ever.
Yeah.
Like, if you showed someone that shot and were like, what is this from? They would probably know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, so, anyone.
This is random, but I got to do this. What? Because I realized Angela Lansbury, one of my favorite women of all time. She's from Murder, She Wrote. She actually, I think, got her start on the stage. And I don't have any of her musicals down.
Oh.
She was in like a million bajillion.
Okay.
But this honorable mention.
Oh, you're going way back to an honorable mention.
Will be Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, man. I didn't even. Is that a musical?
It is a musical.
Jeez.
And it's like the weirdest movie you'll ever watch.
It is.
But it's.
She's like a witch or something, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Oh, you know what? You might be right.
She like brings the knights like to life or something.
Yeah. But anyway, so I just had to give her a little shout out. Okay. Love you, Ange. Okay, moving on.
All right. Our number 2
is Singing in the Rain.
Yeah, Singing in the Rain. If it's very close. It's a very close number 2.
It is. It is. Honestly, probably like
of classic musicals, this is number 1. Yes, for sure.
And actually, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 100%.
That's right. I think it's one of the few movies that has a 100%.
100%. It's so perfect.
What is your favorite song in it?
My favorite song, man. Probably Good Morning.
Yes.
Good Morning, but I also love All I Do Is Dream of You. But I also love Fit as a Fiddle. Like, that dance number is
in the movie. How are they doing I don't know.
I don't even know. It's so good.
I would rewind because so my senior year of high school, I helped direct Singing in the Rain.
Right. I was thinking about when I was in. I was no, you didn't.
I opted out of acting because performing's not really my thing. I like being behind the scenes on stuff. So my senior year, I helped direct it, and I was watching the movie just to kind of prepare, and that part I would just rewind over, and where they're doing like this weird
like kicking out at the same time,
but they're doing like circles around each other.
It's so
I don't know how, I don't understand.
Fun. It's so fun to watch.
And I love obviously the song "Singing in the Rain."
Yes, that's true.
And I like Moses Supposes.
Yeah,
is
that's
really
a
good
funny
too.
one.
See, like great music all around.
It is. It's really good.
Broadway melody is really good. And then I love the setting of the 1920s.
Yes.
Hollywood.
Yep.
And Cosmo is probably one of my favorite musical characters.
Well, yeah, Make 'Em Laugh. That song is incredible too. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that movie.
Yeah, no,
there's nothing wrong with that movie, with the music, the dancing.
There is one part that always makes me uncomfortable. It's the part where it's during Broadway melody.
Oh, where he's supposed to be in the bar.
Yeah, and there's a lady there.
Yeah,
but I don't know who it's supposed to be.
It's Sid Charisse for real life, but
okay.
I don't know who it's supposed to be either.
Yeah,
I actually don't understand. Oh, okay.
Well, he's explaining why it needs to be what the show should be like.
Okay, but if you think about it, I think it's like that he starts out, because in Broadway melody, he starts out as like a little nerd, remember?
Right,
and he's like knocking on the doors and stuff. So then
and he's making his way up.
Yeah, he's making his way up. So then I think at that point, he's
kind of lost himself.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yes. That's what it's
explaining. And then it takes that new nerd that comes in.
Yes, yeah.
To kind of realize why he started there in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if that was a movie, just that story would be good. But yeah. Great.
Great all around.
Almost flawless. If not flawless.
Okay, this number 1 though is flawless.
Yes, it is.
Can I get a woot woot?
Would you like to do the honors, Lindsay?
Oh, I want us to do it together.
Okay, all right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Susical. So, for those of you who don't know what
what?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what Susical is, Lindsay, do you want to explain what it is?
Susical is the most amazing thing of all time.
That's not a lie.
It's not a lie at all.
As far as entertainment goes, it might be the best.
It's Dr. Seuss stories all compiled together.
Yeah.
Many of his stories compiled together, and music written to it and everything, to make a little story out of it. And so if you've seen Horton Hears a Who, has a lot of...
Or read Horton Hears a Who.
What'd you say?
I said or read it.
Or read, yeah. I could not comprehend what you were saying. It definitely has a lot of the story.
Yeah, that's
the
storyline. Main storyline
in that movie.
That and Horton lays an egg.
Yes.
Those are the two main ones.
So I don't even know what to say about this one.
There's so much to it. Should I just go ahead and explain?
Well, we don't want to give it away.
Well, basically, the Cat in the Hat's the narrator.
Yeah.
And he kind of sends he sends JoJo on a journey, essentially.
Yep.
To kind of it's so unique. Like,
it's so good.
Basically, without giving anything away, yes, JoJo and Horton lives in the jungle, JoJo lives on Whoville, and they're both the only creative people in their own worlds.
Yes.
The message of the story is really be creative. Be
creative. Don't be afraid to be who you are.
Yes, exactly. And they find each other basically.
Yeah.
Through
a song.
Through a song,
yeah.
Which is probably
the most incredible song of all time.
It's the best song of the show, maybe of any musical ever. But yeah, it's and you talk a little bit about the music, what makes the music so special.
Gosh. So Greatest Showman also does this, which is another reason that I think I click.
It kind of does at the beginning, but not really as you go.
At the very end, it does.
At the very end, yeah.
It wraps it up, though. You gotta give it credit. So Susical...
You know what else does that? Muppets 2011.
Yeah. Philip will probably be able to explain this way better, because there's musical terms for it. But
yeah.
Susical uses the same melody multiple times throughout the whole show, but just adding different lyrics to it.
Exactly.
So really, I think that pulls on your emotions. I don't know how it does, but it just does.
There's one part that always gets me teary-eyed, other than Alone in the Universe.
Follow It Home.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it goes from Follow It Home.
No, it goes from
you're having a hunch to Follow It Home to Alone in the Universe, right?
Yes, you're right.
And it goes so smoothly.
It's
it's right at basically the climax of the emotion of the story. At least of JoJo's
frustrated and doesn't
of JoJo's journey. And
it just gives me chills.
I know it just gave me chills right now thinking about it. It literally I was talking to Lindsay and Philip the other day. As far as entertainment goes, it might be my favorite thing ever. It's up there with Breaking Bad and The Office. And I know those are completely different things.
Yeah,
but
totally different.
It rivals those things, and those things I absolutely love with my entire heart.
Pretty crazy for Dino to say.
Yeah.
Well, the only downside about Susical is that there's not a movie that's been made of it.
And
I want to see it in live action.
Because there's lots of animals and stuff that would be tough to do so.
That's true.
But remember I told you.
Oh, I know.
I'm workshopping an idea on how to make it into a movie.
I know.
But yeah, and I think the Broadway version, the end of it sucks.
Why?
Because
what happened?
At the end, the end song they sing. The finale is "Oh, the Things You Can Think," which is also what they start out the show with.
Yeah.
But JoJo doesn't sing in it. In the Broadway version.
Oh, it's a different. It's
the elephant bird at the end.
Oh, when he goes,
yeah, that should be JoJo, and
yes.
JoJo should have a little bit bigger of a part in that last song.
I agree.
But he doesn't, at least in the Broadway version. When we did it both times, we've done it twice.
It was definitely JoJo.
We have JoJo play a bigger part in that.
Yeah.
So if you ever do Seussical, then make JoJo have a big part at the end.
Hit us up. We'll tell you how to do it right.
Because that's how you cap off that story.
Yeah.
Is with that character.
I was in it. Were you in it, or were you just backstage?
I was just backstage. The first time I was in yours.
Yeah. So I was in it when I was in 7th grade, and then I just directed Seussical Junior last year.
Yep.
And Dino helped out and was Vladikov for me. But listen, people. Okay, it's our number 1, so it's got to be pretty darn good. Okay, to be our number 1.
Really good.
So what you need to do is you need to go look it up, listen to the music, and don't judge the music until you give it a chance. Yeah, because it's going to sound weird at first.
And the thing about this, as opposed to any of our other ones on the list, is this is probably like 85% music.
Yes, that is
like,
so true.
Almost the entire thing is...
There's very little monologues and dialogue in it.
There's a couple here and there, but it's mostly songs.
Yeah.
So get ready for that as well.
Yes.
Because it is...
a lot of music.
It is. I think on the soundtrack, there's like 36 or something like that.
Yeah.
Songs in
30-something, yes.
So it's a lot, but it's worth every second. Like, it really, and you guys might think we're being sarcastic right now, but we're for real. Seussical is the best musical ever.
Yep. Look, we would have put it on our dishonorable with High School Musical if we didn't think it was
and
awesome.
We wouldn't have been taking
building all the way up
this far if we weren't if we weren't telling the truth.
That's true.
But yeah, Seussical, so good.
Seussical the musical, y'all.
Yeah. Make sure, like, and that's the thing is, like, you, with those 3 main parts, with the cat, Horton, and JoJo, you, like, have to nail those parts.
Yes. And the one we went to...
They did.
I
think JoJo is probably the weakest of the 3.
Yeah, I agree.
But the cat and Horton was, like, pitch perfect.
Yes.
In fact, that was what got me to be like, I want to make a movie about this. Yeah. Was that specific actor that was playing Horton. I was like, there's a movie in here like that can be made.
Will you come be in my movie?
But yeah, just whoever came up with that, whoever decided to bring all of his books or a lot of them in, was just very creative.
Yes. The music was very creative and everything. So thanks for listening to...
Oh, I guess we're done already.
Yeah, we're just babbling away. And
no, yeah. Thank you. If you like Lindsay hosting or co-hosting, let us know. We'll bring her back for future episodes. Because as of right now, we don't really have you on the schedule.
Yeah.
This was kind of your last hurrah for a bit. But yeah, if you like her, let us know. And then it should just be... I don't even know what I'm saying right now. That thought went away.
Wow, that has sailed. All right, and we're going to sail away now, too.
Yeah.
And go listen to Seussical on our way home.
Probably will. But yeah, have a good week.
Yep.
We love you guys. Have a good week.
All right. Peace out.